Hi everyone, and welcome back to your practice. My name's Zara. I'll be guiding us through a flow today that will lead to Bird of Paradise. Bird of Paradise is one of the more challenging yoga poses, and so although we'll be going toward it today, that does not mean that you need to arrive there. Let's just have fun strengthening our balance, our focus, our concentration, and learning to move our bodies in a way that's really intuitive and really supportive to what we need on this particular day and this particular practice. Let's all meet together in Sukhasana, cross-legged seated pose. Start with your right shin crossed out in front of your left shin, and then simply begin to fold forward over your legs any amount. Let your head drop down through your arms, your chin softening in toward your chest. Now, as you do that, notice if your hips want to peel up and away from the floor, and just do your best to soften your hips back and down. Consider closing over your eyes as we tap into the breath. Just noticing how it is that we are breathing in the opening moments of our practice. Starting to slow the breath down to calm the breath in a way that helps us to land more fully in the practice space. Our attention arriving in the practice, our focus arriving fully in the practice as we start to meet ourselves on the mat. Just noticing how it is that we have arrived today, and taking consideration for any parts of the body that you might need to give a little bit of extra attention to today. Any ailments, injuries, or simply any niggles, any tight or tender spots. Start to walk your hands back toward you, re-lengthen on an inhale. And then as you exhale, just simply change the crossing of your legs, bring your opposite shin now in front. Lengthen as you breathe in, and then fold forward once more over your legs as you exhale. Let your head drop down, take your awareness in and around your outer hips, just noticing any differences left and right as we breathe and ease into that space. Let's bring our attention back to the breath, just finding that lovely, steady, even breath in and out of the nose. Walk your hands back toward you, re-lengthen your spine as you inhale. And then as you exhale, lean back so that you can straighten your legs out as wide as you can. Flex your feet and press the backs of your legs actively down into the floor. Stretch the arms wide, open into a T shape as you inhale. And as you exhale, lower your left forearm onto your left thigh. Sweep your right arm up and overhead. Now try and roll your right shoulder back, your left shoulder under, as you keep the chest bright and open. Reach your right arm wide. Use that to help you come back up on an inhale. And as you exhale, lower your right forearm to your right thigh. Sweep your left arm overhead, bicep in line with the ear. Take a few breaths along that left side body, in between the ribs and down the side of the waist. Come back up on an inhale. Now you can do the same thing, or this time as you exhale, bring your left hand to your right thigh, reach your right arm up and over as you inhale, still working to roll right shoulder back, left shoulder under. Come back up on an inhale, stretch your arms wide. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to your left thigh, reach your left arm overhead. Again, forearm to thigh is more than enough here. Stretch your left arm wide. Use that to help you come back up on an inhale. Both arms stretch into a T shape. As you exhale, release your fingertips down in front of your hips. Start to walk your arms forward any amount. Some of us will stay high on the fingertips. Others will drop down onto the forearms. Breathing into the inner thighs and breathing in and around the outer hips. Consider closing down your eyes as you once again reconnect to that steady flow of breath in and out of your nose. Reminding yourself that the breath is the anchor for your practice to keep your focus here, your attention here throughout. Let's walk the hands back, re-lengthen on an inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your knees. Use your hands to help re-bend your knees and bring your feet and your knees together. Spin yourself round to face the short end of your mat. Stay in your small crouch, bring your hands to the backs of your hamstrings and walk your feet in towards your glutes. Keep your chest lifted, shoulders back and down. See if you can float your feet up in line with your knees. Firm your hands into your hamstrings, but also firm your hamstrings back into your hands. Stretch your arms forward, inner arms up, palms to the sky as you inhale. Flex your feet as you exhale. See if you can wrap your first two peace fingers around your big toes and then start to kick your feet into your hands, straighten your legs as you inhale. As you inhale, open your legs wide to the B variation, finding that gentle balance of push and pull between the feet and the hands. Cross your legs as you exhale, roll forward to all fours, hands and knees tabletop. As you arrive here, spread your fingers wide, create a steady foundation. Root into the base of the knuckles, fingertips, and let's also tuck the toes under, stretching into the soles of the feet. Start to drop the belly, arch the back. As you inhale, come right through to your cow pose. As you exhale, root into the floor around your spine, curl your chin in toward your chest. As you inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, look forward, roll your shoulders back. And as you exhale, press into the floor around your spine, curl chin into chest. So starting to thread breath and movement together. Inhale. And exhale. Perhaps your breath helping you to reroute your attention into the present moment. Inhale as you open, as you arch. Let's just do one more here. As you exhale, root down and round. On an inhale, come forward, find a neutral spine. As you exhale with your toes tucked, press your hips up and back. Let's find our first downward facing dog. Now, I don't know about you, but I return to down dog so often in my yoga practice, and no matter how many times I come to down dog, these first opening moments always feel a little bit sticky, a little bit tender. So just start to walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other, loosen and warm into the backs of the legs. And as you start to settle into your down dog, make your way into stillness. Really press the earth away. See if you can find a little bit more length along your spine, your hips rising high. And as you exhale, encourage your heels to drop down toward the earth, tops of the thighs to reach to the back of the space. Ripple forward, high plank pose as you inhale. Elbows stay close, lower all the way to your belly as you exhale. Untuck your toes. Let's bring the fingertips wide, puff the elbows up. Wide cobra, press into the tops of the feet, float the heart. On an inhale. As you exhale, bend the elbows wide to drape the heart down. Twice more like this. Inhale as you lift the heart, wide cobra. Exhale, bend the elbows and soften the chest down. Last one like this. Inhale, wave the heart up. Exhale as you lower. Bring your palms flat underneath your shoulders. Tabletop on an inhale, all fours. Child's pose as you exhale, knees wide, big toes touch together as you reach the hips back. Let the forehead drop down to the earth. Consider rolling your forehead side to side as you massage into the lines of the forehead. Just taking this opportunity to really ground down and receive a little bit of support from the earth. On an inhale, come back to all fours, hands and knees tabletop. As you exhale, bring your knees that little bit closer together. Tuck the toes under, stretch the hips up and back. Once again, we'll meet in downward facing dog. This time, start to take a little bit more weight onto your left foot. As you inhale, reach your right leg up, 3-leg dog. As you exhale, open the hip, bend the knee, and squeeze the heel in toward the glute. Think about going up and wide with your inner right knee, and keep wrapping your right shoulder round. Right knee, right elbow, nice and wide on your inhale, shoulders over your wrists. Step around your right hand as you exhale. Let's come onto the fingertips, get a little bit longer with the heart, and firm back through that left heel. Keep your back knee strong and lifted. See if you can lower both of your forearms onto the mat, or feel free to stay high on the hands. Really power up that back leg and yet stay open across your chest. Squeeze your right knee into your right shoulder. Re-extend your arms on an inhale. Look forward. Most of the weight pours to that right foot. Malasana Yogi Squat. As you exhale, hop your left foot outside of your left hand. Toes out, heels in. Hands seal together at heart center. You can take a little sway from side to side to soften into this. Let's breathe the heart to the thumbs on an inhale. And as you exhale, reach your left fingertips out wide. As you inhale, stretch your right hand up toward the sky. Turn the hand around, bend the elbow, weave the right hand back behind you. See if you can find your left hip. Maybe you stay there or go for the full bind. Circle your left arm around your left thigh, and then see if you can connect your fingertips together at the back body. Guide that right shoulder up, back, and down, away from the left shoulder. Release your left fingertips down. Stretch your right hand up on an inhale. Exhale as you bring both hands to prayer. Take a steady breath in. Press the knees wide. As you exhale, fingertips to the floor. As you inhale, forward fold. Push into your feet to straighten your legs. As you exhale, let's toe heel the feet to hips distance. Halfway lift on an inhale. Heart and head stretch forward. Forward fold as you exhale. All the way to stand. As you inhale, sweep your hands overhead. Collect your hands in through heart center as you exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring your arms along your sides, palms forward, relaxing the shoulders back and down as you find Samasthiti. Take this opportunity to close down the eyes and reconnect to the flow of your breath in and out of your nose. Notice the natural sway of the body and the way that your feet keep you upright. That steady support from the earth beneath you. Float your hands up on an inhale, blink your eyes open. Forward fold as you exhale, let's come all the way down. Halfway lift, extend on an in-breath. Forward fold as you exhale, seal your hands, step back, high plank pose. As you inhale, shift forward, elbows stay close, lower halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or return to cobra as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale, take your hips all the way up and back. Let's take a full breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Left leg rises as you inhale, three-leg dog. Roll the hip open, bend the knee, and squeeze the heel into the glute. Even press in both hands. Left knee and left elbow as you inhale, nice and wide. Step around your left hand as you exhale. Let's come onto the fingertips, breathe in. Again, think about getting that little bit longer, pressing back through that right heel and extending through the crown of your head. Option to stay on the hands, or if it's there, lower onto the forearms. Keep the chest broad and open, back knee lifted, left knee hugging in. Press into your hands, straighten your arms on an inhale. Weight pours onto that left foot. Hop the right foot outside of your right hand. As you exhale, let's sit low and back to Malasana Yogi Squat. Lengthen your heart to your thumbs as you inhale. And as you exhale, stretch your right fingertips out nice and wide on a diagonal, and then reach your left hand up toward the sky as you inhale, really bright and open across the chest. As you exhale, turn the hand around, bend the elbow, weave it behind you, stay with the half bind, or maybe you go for the full bind, just looking over your left shoulder. Relax the bind. Bring your right fingertips down first, left hand up on an inhale. Exhale, take both hands to the floor. Forward fold as you inhale, push into your feet. Toe heel your feet to hips distance as you exhale. Halfway lift long on the in-breath. Forward fold as you exhale, all the way to stand. As you inhale, circle your hands overhead. Collect your hands in through heart center. As you exhale, mountain pose, Samasthiti. Let's bring the arms along our sides, palms forward. Float your hands up as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale, all the way down. Halfway lift on an in-breath. Forward fold as you exhale, ground your palms, step back, high plank pose. As you inhale, shift forward, lower halfway, chaturanga as you exhale through to upward facing dog. As you inhale, downward facing dog. As you exhale, take it all the way up and back. Again, take a long inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go, sigh it out, just calming the pace of the breath as you calm, perhaps the pace of the thoughts, the pace of the heart. Let's take a little bit more weight to that left foot. Inhale, reach your right leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale again, open the hip, bend the knee, and squeeze the heel in toward the glute. As you inhale, right knee to nose, tiger curl. Breathe in. Step between your hands as you exhale. Ground your left heel down and in. Rise on an inhale, warrior two. Soften more into your front thigh. Lengthen your tailbone down as your arms outstretch. Straighten your right leg as you inhale. Keep the wide stance today. Reach forward and then exhale, slowly lower your right hand down and your left hand up. For Trikonasana, triangle pose. Now your right hand can come onto your right shin, or you could even bring it down toward the floor today on the inside of the right leg. Let's take the gaze up toward that top left hand. Work to keep lengthening the tailbone down to the back heel, and in the opposite direction, get even taller, longer through the crown of your head. Look down as you exhale, right into extended side angle. Start to bend your right knee. Right hand is either on the mat inside of your right shin. If that's a little bit too much, come up and place your right forearm on your right thigh. Strengthen the glutes to firm the hips forward. Gently guide the heart back. Sweep your left arm overhead as you inhale and enjoy that beautiful stretch felt along the left side of the body. Wide leg fold as you exhale. Let the left arm cross over your face. Straighten your legs. Turn and face the long side edge of your mat. Take a little halfway lift here as you breathe in, and then forward fold as you breathe out. Let's circle the hands to the base of the spine. Interlace the fingers. Pull the hands up, and then let the arms move overhead any amount. If, like me, you're near a wall or a door, you might and not be able to go too far here. That's absolutely fine. You can always bring your hands onto your low back and squeeze your elbows in. Release your fingertips down, little halfway lift on an inhale. Turn your heels in, your toes out. Skandasana to the back of the mat as you exhale. Bend deep into your left knee and seal your palms together at heart center. Flex your right foot up toward the ceiling. Let's open the arms like wings. Left hand down, right hand up on an inhale. Add the bind, turn your right hand around, bend the elbow as you exhale. Leave it behind you. Go for the full or half bind. You can circle your left arm around your left leg to take the full bind. Look up over your right shoulder as you guide it back and down. Let's release the bind. Left hand down, right hand up on an inhale. Hands meet in prayer on the exhale. Warrior two. Push off your left foot. Open wide to the front of the space. Deep bend in your right knee. Reverse your warrior. Go up and back as you inhale. Cartwheel both hands down as you exhale. Frame your right foot. Spin onto the ball mound of your left foot. Slowly lower your left knee onto the floor and untuck the back left toe. Just allow your hips a moment to melt forward and down toward your mat. Let's ground the left hand. Reach your right hand up. Twist as you inhale. Reach up and back as you exhale. Perhaps you stay there or squeeze the left heel in. As you inhale, take hold of the foot. Kick the foot into the hand to turn the chest around. So there's a little bit of resistance there. Release both hands down as you exhale, frame your right foot, tuck your left toe under. Pick up your left knee, either go straight back to downward facing dog or flow through your vinyasa. Chaturanga on your exhale, upward facing dog as you inhale. And taking it back to downward facing dog as you exhale, just always honouring your own energetic needs throughout the practice. And I always find the breath to be the best indicator of when to rest and when to invigorate. And for me right now, my breath is running a little bit away from me as I try and speak and demonstrate this practice. So perhaps you're the same and need to take a moment here to recalibrate, reset, and reclaim a steady, even breath in and out of your nose. Float your left leg up on an inhale, 3-leg dog. Roll the hip open, bend the knee, squeeze the heel into the glute as you exhale. Inhale, left knee to nose, tiger curl, round your upper back, create this space to then step through your hands as you exhale. Spin your right heel down and in, rise, warrior 2 as you inhale. Again on the exhale, find a slightly deeper bend in that front thigh, yet your shoulders stay soft, your jaw relaxed. Straighten your left leg, keep the wide stance today. Inhale, reach forward to then lower your left hand down, shin, ankle, floor, or if you have a block, you could always bring a block in. Now it's tempting to collapse the left side waist and drop forward, but stay long and spacious across this left side. And that might mean coming up a little bit higher. Let the tailbone lengthen, the chest brighten open, maybe your gaze follows up to that top right hand. Look down on an exhale, bend your left knee. Again, either left hand seals to the floor for extended side angle, or you can always have that left forearm up on the left thigh. Reach your right arm overhead as you breathe in, find the right side body, guiding the right shoulder back, left shoulder under. Wide leg fold, straighten both legs, let the right hand cross over your face, turn and face the long side edge of your mat, toes in, heels out, little halfway lift as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale, walk your hands through. Again, circle your hands to the base of your spine, interlace your fingers. Try and do it the unintuitive way. Pull your hands up and then let your hands move overhead as you exhale, bowing your head through the gateway of your legs. Naturally, the weight might want to swing back into the heels, so can you tip it forward and engage through the back of the legs to support this intense forward bend. Bend your elbows, release your hands in between your feet, halfway lift on an inhale. Skandasana as you exhale, heels in, toes out, bend deep into your right knee and squat toward the back of the mat. Hands seal together over heart center. Maybe you follow your gaze over that left shoulder. Open the arms like wings, right hand down, left hand up on an inhale. Turn the hand around, bend the elbow, go for the half or the full bind as you exhale, weaving your right arm around your right leg, gazing still over the left shoulder. Release the right fingertips down, left hand up on an inhale. Hands meet back in prayer as you exhale, warrior 2. Push off your right foot, open wide to the front of the space, deep bend in your left knee. Flip your left hand, go up and back, reverse your warrior as you inhale. Cartwheel the hands down as you exhale, frame your left foot, spin onto the ball of your right foot. Lower your right knee onto the mat, untuck your back right toe, and again, just allow your hips to melt forward and down toward the mat. Ground your right hand, twist, reach your left hand up toward the sky. Let's go up and back on an inhale. Maybe you stay there, or as you exhale, you're squeezing that right heel in to take hold of the outside edge of the foot. Kick the foot into the hand, turn the chest around. Release the back foot, bring both hands to the mat, frame your left foot, tuck your right toe under, pick up your right knee, step back, go through your Vinyasa, Chaturanga on the exhale, or again, you can always go to down dog, up dog on the in-breath, and we'll meet together, downward facing dog on the exhale, full breath in. A softening breath out, just letting everything simmer and settle before we move toward a fairly challenging portion of our practice. Pour more weight to your left foot, reach your right leg up, 3-leg dog. Again, roll the hip open, bend the knee as you exhale. Squeeze the heel to the glute. Inhale, right knee, right elbow, again, nice and wide. Exhale to step around your right hand. Get a little bit longer on the in-breath. Keep your hands down this time as you exhale. Spin your left heel down and in. Right hand stays, left hand lifts up toward the sky. Open your chest. Let's go for the half bind. Turn the left hand around, bend the elbow, snake it behind you. See if you can find the back of your right thigh. Maybe you stay there, or we'll find the full bind, weaving that right arm under the right thigh. Now, you might need to dip your right shoulder to find that, so lift your torso again up and away from your right thigh. Dig into your right heel. Look to the center of the mat. Hop the left foot in halfway, and then slide the right toes toward the left ankle. Now, the trick here is to take as much weight as you can to that left foot, really lighten the right leg. Pick up the right thigh and your torso together. So try not to rely on your arms to lift your leg. Roll your shoulders back and down, stand tall. Perhaps you stay here, or the option is there to straighten the right leg and find bird of paradise. Inhale. Exhale, let's bend the right knee, look down, step the right foot to the top of the mat, and then take a big step back with your left foot. Let's all breathe in together. Open the arms, right hand down, left hand up. Exhale, look down, bring both hands to the mat. Come onto the ball mound of your left foot, and then toe heel your right foot over to your left hand and lower your right knee toward your right wrist, setting up for pigeon pose. Now, you're more than welcome to slot some support underneath your right glute, especially if you're floating quite far and away from the mat. But if, like me, you can come down, stay as you are. Take this opportunity to check that your right knee is wider than your right hip and adjust if you need to. I also like to take a peek over my left shoulder and just make sure the left leg is going straight back behind. Sometimes it likes to go on its own path. All right, so option is to simply fold forward, bring in a pillow, some books or a block to support the heart and the head here. Or if you want to take it up into a bind, into a mermaid pose, go ahead and look back behind you, reach your left hand back, squeeze your left heel in, see if you can take hold of the inside of the foot. From here, you're going to bend the elbow, see if you can hook the foot into the crease of the elbow. Dig down into your right shin, so maybe you flex that right foot, almost hovering away from the mat. Then from here, once you feel balanced, reach your right hand up, bend the elbow, take it back behind you, and turn your chest to face forward, mermaid pose. Reach your right hand up, inhale, and as you exhale, lower the right hand down, release the back leg, and we'll all fold forward for a moment or so. Just tapping back into that steady breath. Really using your breath to spread, to radiate your awareness throughout your body. Lift your gaze, walk your hands back on an inhale. And as you exhale, tuck the back toe under to work the back knee in. Take a big step back, downward facing dog as you inhale. Just take a moment to walk your dog, to settle back as you exhale. All right, left leg rises on an inhale. Roll the hip open, bend the knees, squeeze the heel into the glute. As you exhale, left knee, left elbow wide on the in-breath. Step around your left hand as you exhale. Come high on your fingertips, breathe in. Let's ground that right heel down and in. Left hand stays, Right hand lifts up toward the ceiling. Again, we're guiding that right shoulder back. Turn the hand around, bend the elbow, add the half bind, take it back behind you. Maybe you stay there or go for the full bind, weave your left arm under, and then roll your right shoulder away from your left shoulder. Lift the left side of the waist away from the left thigh. Look to the center of the mat, hop the right foot in halfway, and then slide your left toes toward your right foot. Stand up, taking your leg with you. Again, don't rely on your arms to lift your leg. Lift it on its own accord, using the strength of your core and the strength of your legs. Now you can stay here, this is plenty, or straighten that left leg up and find bird of paradise. Bend the left knee, look down for balance, step your left foot to the top of the mat, and then take a big step back, maybe a couple with your right foot. Open your arms, left hand down, right hand up on an inhale. Both hands to the mat. As you exhale, come onto the ball of your right foot. Wiggle your left foot over to the right, and then drop your left knee to the left. Lower your right knee, untuck the back right toe, and arrive back in pigeon pose. Feels good to be here, slowing the pace of the practice. Take that little peek over your right shoulder, adjust, and also make sure your left knee is wider than your left hip. If you want to go just straight forward, absolutely go for it. If you want to try that mermaid bind, left fingertips come forward for support. Right hand stretches straight back behind you. Bend the right knee, pull the right foot in. Maybe you just hold the foot, this is more than enough, but if you can get it to the crease of the elbow, hook it to the crease of the elbow. Dig down into your left shin, flex your left foot, and you'll notice now I'm lifting away from the floor, really active in that left leg. Float the left hand up. If you feel balanced, inhale, and as you exhale, bend the left elbow. See if you can connect it with the right fingertips or connect your fingertips together. Let's lift the head into the arms, go up with the heart. And maybe you can tap back into your breath here. Straighten your left arm on an inhale, lower your left fingertips as you exhale for support, and then release that right foot. We'll all fold forward for a couple of breaths here, just softening our efforts. And starting to move toward those more tender, receptive moments of the practice. Breath calming, heart calming, tension releasing throughout the entirety of your body. Walk your hands back in, re-lengthen as you inhale. As you exhale, you're going to swing your right leg all the way around and step it over your left knee. Squeeze your left heel in close to your outer right hip, and then bring your right fingertips back behind you. Let's float the left hand up as we inhale. Cross that left elbow outside the right knee on an exhale, and start to turn your heart around. Maybe you can look behind your right shoulder. Those of you that have the bind, that want to go for the bind, you can weave your left arm under your right thigh, and then see if you can bring your right hand behind you and catch the bind. Tricky pose, very dependent on your proportions, not one that comes naturally to me, but one I like to challenge myself with. Exhale, release the bind if you're there, right hand down, left hand returns to the hook of the elbow. Unravel, bring two hands to the left, stay on your fingertips, bend your elbows wide as you exhale. Push into your fingertips, re-lengthen on an inhale, bring both hands around. Lean back and simply change the way that you're crossing your legs. So you're stepping your left foot outside your right knee this time, and your right heel is hooked outside of your left glute. Bring your left fingertips behind you like a kickstand. Push into your fingertips to float your right hand up toward the sky. Let's cross that right elbow over the left knee. Use that as leverage to turn the chest round. Follow with the gaze. Look back behind you. Now there's always a side that's more challenging to take the bind. So if you want to go ahead and find the bind on this side, see if you can bring that right arm under the left thigh. Oh my goodness, my spine is cracking. Bring the left hand behind, and maybe you can look over that left shoulder Doesn't feel natural for a lot of us, certainly not for me. But it's always good to challenge ourselves. All right, let's release, left hand down, find the hook of the elbow on an inhale. And as you exhale, circle both hands around, come onto the fingertips, bend the elbows to bow the heart down to the right. Push into your fingers, re-lengthen as you inhale, and bring both hands either side of you as you exhale, lean back, so that you can straighten your legs down the length of the mat. And you might need to scoot yourself back there and give yourself a little bit of extra space. All right, float the hands up as you inhale. And with all of this length, hinge forward over your legs as you exhale. Just take hold of whatever feels natural. It might be the feet, the legs, or the ankles. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Heart forward, hips back. Fold as you breathe out, almost as if you were going up and over yourself. Just let your head bow down, chin to chest. No need to hold the head up. Breath shifting now into the back body. Awareness shifting now into the back body. Space between the shoulder blades and down the length of the spine. Halfway lift, inhale. Come all the way back through center as you exhale. Just bring your hands either side of us. Bend the knees. Position yourself in the middle of the mat. Reach your arms up, inner arms up, palms to the sky. And then slowly with control, begin to roll down vertebra by vertebra. Bring your right hand to rest over the heart space and the left hand to the belly. Let's walk the heels into the glutes. Just toe heel the feet wide and let the knees knock into one and other. Breath rising and falling into the hands. As you settle the heart space, as you settle the mind, and notice all of the ease and newfound space felt in and around the hips and the pelvis. Bring your arms down along your sides, toe heel your feet back to hips distance. Let's hug the knees together into the chest, Apanasana. Give yourself a good squeeze and a little rock from side to side. Option to open this into a happy baby. Flex the feet, draw the knees wide, take hold of the big toes or the outside edges of the feet and enjoy a little sway, a massage from left to right. It's taking extra good care of yourself here. Swing the feet and the knees together. Give yourself a final good hug as you inhale. And as you exhale, release your legs long and forward down the length of the mat. Arms rolling out naturally, palms to the sky. Legs softening out naturally, feet turning out to either side. If it would feel supportive to you to land your practice in Supta Baddha Konasana, then feel free to bring the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Surrender everything into this moment and give yourself this beautiful opportunity to receive and rest fully. I recommend 5, but if you have 10 minutes, take 10 minutes for your shavasana. And thank you so much for practicing with me.